Hello, it's Tracy Dix here from Wyrd Learning, and today I am on day 50 of my conversion card challenge featuring James Wedmore's powerful language patterns that convert. So today I've got say the quiet part out loud. You've noticed there's a little voice in your head, right? Or you may be sitting there thinking, no, what is he talking about? Well, that would be the little voice in your head. And one of the things I love to do in my copy is speak to those thoughts and voices in my reader's head with some quotes. This has an opportunity to pace your reader and communicate that you understand them. Formula. You may even be thinking, add thought. Or maybe that little voice in your head is saying things like, add thought. Example in action. Well, you'd have your new sales page done in just 8 days from today. What? That's crazy pants, I know, but think what else would change like a ripple effect from that one decision. So once again, in academic writing, we wouldn't use the subjective you and I, but you would always write in the third person because academic writing is meant to be objective. And while these language patterns don't necessarily apply very well to academic writing, again, the thought is a good kind of starting point for us to discuss, a few practices with regarding when you're preparing your assignments for submission. In the planning stages of your work, it's really useful to write down your thoughts so that you can kind of sift through them, develop your ideas, and really evaluate your thinking and the sources that you've come across and build upon them over time. So it's really useful to write everything down on a page or perhaps mind map your ideas so you can see it all in the same place, and it's much clearer as a process to be able to refine it from there and see how different ideas and different concepts connect to each other so you have an overview of the bigger picture. I just want to emphasize that all of that relates to the planning process of your work. So when you start writing your ideas down, that is not the writing up of your work just yet, it's still planning. Because what many students tend to do is they have a thought, they write it down, and then they sort of piece their essay together later on like a jigsaw puzzle. It is important to kind of refine it further, so I would say that if that's what you're doing, that's okay, but make sure you do redraft your work and don't be afraid to, really hack it to pieces and start again if needed, because in some cases you might find that, an assumption you made or something you discovered earlier on might change over time as you're kind of working through things, or even, if you've had a day or two away from your work, very often it's during those kind of moments of clear-headedness that our mind wanders and takes us to very creative places. And also very enlightened places, actually. That's often when we have those eureka moments. So yes, don't commit things to your essay that you're planning to submit too early, but be prepared to have to rework material as you're kind of thinking through things. The second thing I want to say relates to the proofreading part of your work. So when you're doing the final review of your essays, it is useful to read it aloud because very often we kind of interpret things differently. We realize that our work has a different feel to hear it read aloud than if you read it silently. If you wish to, you can also use read aloud tools that are available on Microsoft Word or any other programs that you're using. You can also use other software that come with your devices or download apps such as Captive Voice or Speechify and things like that, and try out a few and see which ones you like best. Or if you can't be bothered, just read it out to yourself, and that's fine as well. Okay, so that's all for today, and do join me again for day 51 tomorrow. We're very close to the end now, and do subscribe in case you haven't done so already. Okay, bye!